It's daylight, as we are in daylight now, we're seeing just how extensive the damage is, and it's been widespread in so many places.
That's right. Now reporters have been doing a great job getting out there and showing us the impacts to different areas. Our Meg Ferris was trying to get to LaPlace earlier. That was not working out because she was turned around at the I-10 at Williams. We understand she's made her way uptown now. She's in the Broadmoor area. Meg, are you with us?
Yes, yes. And Sheba, let me just tell you that we did make our way over to Airline and showed you the flooding beyond the airport on Airline. We showed you Destrehan, Ormond, the high waters there. And we went as far as Norco or so, and there are so many of those big metal power lines down that it just didn't feel safe, and there wasn't anyone around letting us know, any officials letting us know if they were live or not, and people were stopped and scared to roll over them, as they should be. So we turned around, and plus part of Airline coming back was going underwater, so we thought we're not going to get back. So for right now, we went ahead and came back. Let me just tell you very quickly too, is I'm hearing from someone who grew up in Raceland, and as you know, Raceland and Peyton or whoever our meteorologist is right now could tell you that that took the eye. And so they're saying how terrible it is in Raceland. They hear there's a lot of flooding. So we want to hear more from you. If you're in Raceland or if you're in LaPlace and you can get in touch with Channel 4 Newsroom, please get in touch with us and send us your pictures. Let us know what's going on if you're okay. So as you said, Sheba, we did make our way up to Broadmoor. This is Vendome. We're in the 4200 block of Vendome. And the reason we stopped here was because all up and down Vendome Street are a lot of oak trees. And you know, New Orleans has so many of the old streets with the big oak trees. And we just found neighbor after neighbor after neighbor cutting down trees because they said, first of all, it was impassable, and second of all, people were coming up, driving up on their property, on their sidewalks and property to try to get by. So neighbors decided to help other neighbors and just started cutting and moving you know, all the tree debris so that people could get by. They're doing it for other people, not just their own homes. And this is Eric. And how long have you been at this morning, Eric?
Probably about an hour or two.
And so I noticed all up and down Vendome people are doing the same thing. It's kind of a through street, and people just couldn't get through.
It's a thoroughfare, and it was impassable this morning, and people were trying to get through regardless. So we decided to start moving it. Some good Samaritans came by with some extra chainsaws, and this is what we have left.
Yeah, and so it looks like these oak trees survived. I mean, I know they're old, and y'all want to, you know, keep them and everything. It looks like they lost a lot, but it looks like many of them survived.
Yeah, they've been here for hundreds of years, and I think they'll outlive me here. Probably is the hope. They did take some serious damage, similar to Katrina. I remember after Katrina, most of the oak trees had lost all their leaves.
I know you're concerned, as we all are, and Sheba was just talking about it, how long the power could be out. And we're hearing rumors of very, very long time to get this back online. And just your thoughts on it. I mean, in Jefferson Parish, we have no water. I don't see how you can go a couple of days without weeks and weeks. And
I think it'd be devastating if the city doesn't get power, because I mean, people are here. I think a lot of people stayed, even though a lot of people did leave, and the people that are here are already trying to get the city back up and rolling. So I think it'd be devastating if we don't get some power, and hopefully they will work hard to do that soon.
And it's not just the convenience part of it. I'm thinking of all of our restaurants and our businesses that depend on, they have certain sanitary codes where you have to have ice and water and things that are a certain way, in hospitals and those type of things that people are concerned about. And I heard you, before we went on the air, you were talking about the concern about not having power.
Right. I think that could end up being more devastating, surprisingly, from the storm if we don't have power for weeks. Even a week, I think, would be tough. If it's weeks, I think that'd be devastating to the city.
All right, Eric, I'll let you get back to work. Yeah, and that's true. I mean, we have to think about, again, that we're talking about there are a lot of people with medical needs. There are people who are disabled and elderly, and it's not as easy as, oh, let me go out and buy a big, huge pack of water, or let me just take a sponge bath or something. These are people who depend on care from others and who need that too. So that is definitely an issue that a lot of people we're running into are talking about. But they're also talking about the streets being impassable and trying to do something to help their fellow neighbor. Reporting live from Vendome Place in Broadmoor, Meg Farris, Eyewitness News. Back to you.
And Meg, that is a very resilient neighborhood. I remember it flooded big time during Katrina, and they were one of the first neighborhoods to get that street almost all rebuilt. I remember doing a story on it, just how fast they got back up and running.
I didn't realize that, Eric, but I saw some neighbors down the street jumping over another neighbor's fence so they could clear a family of 3, so they could clear that neighbor who's not there, clear her, her debris. So yes, really helping each other, because it benefits everyone to be able to get through the street.
Yeah.
So yes.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate that. And
Okay.
now we're going to go
Okay.
to